Look at my big God, dog.
Go ahead. What your hosting at?
Like some cars he was reading up there for.
You gotta get a camera a little goddamn. You know what I'm talking about?
Like Steve out here.
Yeah.
You gotta stay hard, y'all.
Minus the fuck shit. So yeah, how everybody doing today?
Another day.
First off, everybody introduce yourself. Yeah, start.
Y'all already know who I'm in.
I have no clue who you are.
I'm the GOAT. I'm Dooley X, you feel me?
58 South, what's going on?
Amber the Hustler.
Bryan.
Buck presents, as always. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? So we here today, gonna do a couple little different things, and we're gonna do some of the same shit. You know what I mean? You know, it is what it is.
We're here to bring the truth. It's just what it is. It needs to be brought to the table. It needs to be discussed. We're here to talk about it. And you're here to listen. Take heed.
You know how they be in church and they like, yes.
Preach! Preach! Tabernacle.
Take your time.
There you go.
Take your time.
Take your time. And I'll be the first one like this. Right back.
Just give me 5 more minutes.
Grab the baby. Come on, boo. Let's go. We're going to the bathroom. Sneak up out of here. Pass the trick.
Speaking of churches though, like, why the churches don't really step into the black community like they used to? Remember we used to be an open door policy at the church where you could walk in church almost anytime, talk to somebody. Like there was like one of our like a therapist for the black community once upon a time for people that couldn't afford therapy.
Right.
So what happened to that? Y'all can mark that back and would help some of our situations we're going through?
No.
No.
Well, let's go around the room as far as that goes, because I think I'm going to save mine for last, because y'all, a lot of people ain't going to want to hear what I got to say.
You know, you're asking people to solve issues that they ain't even clinically able to solve themselves, you know what I'm saying?
Well, not even solve issues. Like
Stevie Wonder can't ask Ray Charles for direction.
Dang.
So basically saying we all lost. I mean, a lost person can't help somebody else that's lost.
Right, there are licensed people for that if you got like real issues to help you get through them issues instead of just telling you stuff like, oh, well, God gonna work it out. If you pray this many times, that shit does not work, my G. Like, it helps. I understand when people got a spiritual foundation, they want to hold on to something and believe in something. That's cool, I'm all for that. But there are actual ways to go about taking care of your issues for real, like for real concrete ways to handle it.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. But everybody can't afford those concrete ways too.
It's you can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It costs a lot just to go.
This my thing. I don't want to hear nobody complaining about how much shit costs. I'm gonna tell you what. If somebody wants something, they're gonna get it. If you want the help, go get the help. You feel me?
You have a point there.
If you stand, man, I ain't gonna use the whole standing line for the shoes analogy, but we all know it. You know what I mean?
I wish we could go back to that. Back to standing in line for the shoes. I missed out on like 4 releases. I'm sorry. Put it out there.
I'm like this, like, is it really a situation where they stopped doing that? Or is it a situation that it stopped being a thing that we presented to those in help or in need to say, hey, you can go here? Like, I feel like that it's like a social thing, like that we as a society have not been putting that out because, like, I'm 30, so I grew up knowing that church was a thing. You go to church every Sunday, you wear your dresses a certain way, you do this, you do that.
How do you program?
You know what I'm saying? However, I did not go to church that often because my mom didn't really raise us like that. She raised us to have that choice. But I do know that in me growing up and like me being in high school, a lot of, you know, peers had kids in high school. And like, I feel like my generation started this I think it's the Gen Zs. Did my generation start the Gen Z? Whatever. Any fucking way. You know what I'm saying? Technology and the way of life and things, I personally feel like took over. So being personable is something that kind of doesn't really exist anymore. So I don't want to say that, the churches stopped doing that, because I personally feel like if I walked into a church today and say, hey, I need to talk to somebody, then they don't sit down and talk to me.
I feel like church probably closed right now.
No, they don't.
This is one of those big churches that's a big church.
Right here around the
However, at the end of the day, their services aren't canceled. I mean,
No, I'm not talking about like they service.
It's a way to get in contact.
But, you know,
I mean, just walking in.
You should be able to just walk in the church and the pastor, he's sitting in there, or somebody else is sitting in there, you can speak to him.
Are you talking about pre-pandemic?
Period. Yeah, pre-pandemic, yeah.
Okay, got you.
Because
Okay.
they did that before the pandemic started. Like,
I feel
I ain't seen an open door church in years.
That's true, because they used to be in there all day, every day. Like, because churches are businesses. If a lot of people don't know that churches is a whole
Bro, do you know
fucking
we
business,
can
and they
get
make money.
along quicker if you want to open up a church at a black
Because they making money.
Bro,
They
they
making
give you a loan like
money.
that, open up a
That and nonprofits.
$10.99.
For real, I'm about to open up a church.
Churches
Y'all
and
open up
nonprofit
business.
organizations are making hella fucking money. They're gonna get a loan quick. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But back to the topic at hand. I don't feel that it's the churches. I don't. I feel that everybody takes a part. And at a certain point, it's just like when you run a store. If you purchase a product and you notice that it's not selling, what do you do?
Liquidate.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to keep ordering that product. So I feel like the churches may have had that type of influence as well. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need to be open this amount of time or whatever, because those churches that have people in their church that are there all around the clock, they paying them too. Like, look, they don't work free. Like, I got a homeboy that he's very big in the church and he don't work for free. He don't work for free. You know what I'm saying? And it's just what it is. And I think that's how that went. I think that's how that went.
I'm saying that's what the churches are today. You know what I mean? They don't really help the community as they used to. You know what I mean? I think the church was a good foundation for all of us. Sitting here, you know what I mean? Teach you a lot. You know, we didn't have but one book in our house, and it was the Bible. So.
I respect that.
Definitely. The reason why I said I was gonna go last is because a lot of people ain't gonna want to hear what the fuck I got to say, but it's the absolute fucking truth.
We want to hear.
Oh, this shit is the truth. So you touched on it. The church house ain't the church no more. It's a business. Now see, the reason why they don't have the open door policy like how it used to be, how that man said you could used to just walk in a church. It didn't matter if you had something going on, if you wanted to go up there and pray or whatever.
What do you want to do?
You go up there now, pull the door. The door locked, cuz. Alright, this is why. Because they have went from the regular churches now to these mega churches, or on the way to being mega churches, things of that nature. It's no longer what it was supposed to be about. It is about money. Period.
It is.
You can't tell a person, all right, they say, what, you're supposed to tithe, what, 10% of, okay, but what if I ain't got it?
I feel like that 10% you're supposed to pay yourself.
I didn't know anything about the 10% thing.
Your tithes, you're supposed to pay 10%.
How about
No, I
I give you what I got?
Damn right. What I can afford to give you, for sure.
Because a lot of households, the majority of households cannot do without 10% of their income in their house. Big facts.
Well, tithing wasn't bad until the church stopped giving back to the community because it went $10.99.
That's what the tithing was supposed to be for.
No, but even back then, certain households cannot do without 10% of their income. They can't. Listen,
Make sure the church get paid all the time. She's gonna make sure the church get their mortgage.
No, shoot them something. But what I'm saying is a mandatory amount. So if you made $1,000 a week, I gotta give you 100.
But still pay your tithes.
And you still gotta pay offering. That's not offering.
Right.
That's just the top.
Hold on, the plate keep coming around.
Oh, and then he on the microphone. You got the building fund.
And don't let you go into praise and worship or the whole time. They gonna send that bitch back around like, oh, y'all feeling it? Let me send this back.
So y'all do feel what
We only $5,000 short from our quota.
You've been 5,000 short for 5 fucking years.
If we get everybody to reach in their pocket and pull out another $5.
No, you reach in your pocket. Reach in your pocket. Why you got a 2021 Cadillac?
Right.
And I'm driving a 06.
Right.
Back then, the church was come as you are. Now it's like.
I know more. Yeah.
I mean,
What broke about this church? This church inquiry, where did it come from?
Cause like I've been thinking, trying to figure out ways to get our community on track. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people was religious, even though like these generations, my generation, generations under, we don't really go to church. You know what I mean? Like they don't do church. Most of the people that's in church is gay people or Like, you laughing, I'm so serious, bro. I'm so serious. They go to church faithfully every Sunday. And ain't nothing wrong with it.
I don't know if this, like, I don't know if this factually accurate.
It is.
So y'all go to church?
But the whole party.
Y'all go to church every Sunday?
No, however,
Stop. If you don't go, but you're gonna tell me that it's a fact that you know that
It's
don't go.
fact. It's 2 gay people in every church.
What the fuck? How's that everybody?
Facts.
How's that everybody?
Facts.
You just turned 2 into everybody. You just turned 2 into everybody. There's 2 gay people everywhere. What the fuck? What the
here's
hell?
my spiel on that.
How's that fact?
People on that, I have plenty of gay people around, not around me, but I know plenty of,
For real, they go loud.
you know, different people.
Y'all turn 2
people into everybody right quick.
Not y'all, because I didn't say two. That was his ratio. That was his math. That wasn't mine. However, what I do know is when he said that majority of who. All right. All right. Here's where I'm at with it. Like he said, when we were growing up, because we're not that far apart in age. We're really not. You know what I'm saying? So you're like the big cousin that was like, my mom about to run to the store, so I get to stay at the house with you. We're that age, right? Okay, cool. That's where I'm at with that. So, church was a foundation for a lot of families then. However, this generation, he and I's generation, because we're the same age. I don't know how old you are, but we're the same age. So that generation there is kind of like, okay, well,
Looking for me.
that's when the internet came along, and you know what I'm saying, like technology hit, right?
Don't put it
So
on camera.
it's not in front of it.
Slide the table to the speaker and prop the phone on the
Just
speaker.
interrupt the whole shit. And
Y'all,
He did too, didn't he?
y'all know I'm handicapped, bro. I got this.
There ain't no excuse.
No, we're not making it. We're not doing that. Hell no. Because we knew you before that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. But like, I don't know. I guess I see it as like, that was a foundation for us because then, like, that generation that was raising us, like, that's what they knew. That's what they had to go off of. You know what I'm saying? Like at the same token, it's our job at some point, because that's in the book, that at some point we have to be responsible for certain things. You know what I'm saying? And if we're not, it's not their fault. It's our fault, because we hit a certain age in life where we have to say, okay, well, we should be doing this or whatever. So as far as, because basically what you're saying is you brought this up because you're trying to find ways for our community to fellowship and congregate and things like that. And honestly, I feel like that my generation, and I can only speak for women, I can't speak for men and how you guys get your spiritual guidance, but what I do know is that right now it's going back to the roots. Like, we've been taking it all the way back, like all the way back to, you know what I'm saying, just experiencing, and which I came here last week and talked to Buck and 58 about that I went to go see a Reiki practitioner. No, I did it and I love it, and that's why I feel like she's cool. She's cool as freak. She's dope. She's helped me so much, and it's only been a what?
You said freak?
She's cool as freak. Instead of saying fuck, I said freak. No, but she's cool. You know what I'm saying? And she helps, and she's helped a lot. So I think that what our generation is doing is we're looking into other things other than religion, because I think that what happened is that the church and things like that brought on too much religion and too many things that were required, like you said, as far as, oh, well, you gotta give 10%, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, with certain things were mandatory, so that kind of, it may have discouraged us. I know it discouraged me. I can't speak about nobody else, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's whatever, but I think that there's plenty of other ways other than the church to provide us with a platform for us to be able to congregate and fellowship and build our community more. We just have to be able to be open to that and figure out what's best for us, because we already know how we work. You know what I'm saying?
That's the scary part.
We already know how we work.
To me, it's also that I'm the oldest person in this room, right?
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
I'm sorry.
Shut up. So, literally though, I watched it go from, anybody older than me, okay, they literally went to church for the faith. Like they went to pray and worship for things to get better without them having, not without them having to, but without taking drastic measures. I'll put it to you like that. Okay? See, now, any person that was born after me, okay, we started taking things into our own hands.
That's what I was
Once
trying
we
to say.
started getting of age.
Yeah.
Because we were forced to go to church, we were forced to dress up, we were forced to do this, we were forced to do that, and then when it got to the time that we could make our own decisions. Everybody's religious beliefs went all different kinds of ways. Not saying nobody is right or wrong. That's not my point, or that's not even my position to even speak on. Okay, but this is what I noticed.
Come on.
What I noticed was that people started taking their futures, their destiny, all that into their own hands. Because we ain't running to the preacher man.
Well, that's because you can't catch me. Well, that ain't got nothing to do with catching.
In the 2021 Cadillac.
Man, this is my thing. This is my thing, right? Would you feel more comfortable after? What's wrong with you?
I didn't want to
I'm dead.
It's a whole camera right there. What y'all do? Anyway, so would you feel more
I didn't even
comfortable?
think
This
about
just you. Would you feel more comfortable if your preacher drove something less than you? You feel like his word more valid or something?
Jesus walk.
On water, cuz. On water, cuz.
I ain't never heard about Jesus riding the camel.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, Jesus walked. So that means what as far as the preacher?
I mean, what I'm basically saying is, it's not about your appearance. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus ain't have the dopest camel back
So
there.
if it's not about his appearance, why value him so much that he got 2021?
Because when you ask me for 10% and
You don't have to give it, right? Does he put a gun to your head and make you give it?
No.
Then why you
That's just
complain
what
about
they
shit you
ask
got to
Because they
do?
make you feel like if you don't get it, you're going to hell. I don't pay. That's another reason why I go to church.
You read? Did you read the book and it said if you don't pay that you go to
Nah, I didn't, but if your
Is it
pastor...
anywhere in the book that says you even have to pay tithes?
Yeah, you're supposed to present a burnt offering to God. That's
A burnt offering?
Tithes and
Money
offerings.
ain't burnt.
That's what
people don't burn money.
But
They
see,
do,
but
but-
let's go back. But
So
see,
it's what you earn. So if you don't have money to give, of course you can't give money. You got to give your livestock and all that kind of stuff. That's what it was.
So
but that's the point I'm making. That when I say
our
that.
currency now is not just livestock; it's money. So
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making. That when I say that my generation specifically, and I'm only speaking for women because I'm in a group on
you ain't got to keep
Facebook.
prefacing it. Go ahead.
You know, I just feel bad because I'm like niggas ain't on this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go
And
ahead.
I want it. You know. But all I'm saying is that that's what we do. Like, you know what I'm saying, with African spirituality, they have altars at home. Like this isn't. It's not a thing where, you know, like I believe that in the Bible, the first church was a rock. It was a stone that everyone came to meet at.
Yeah, what
You know
John
what I'm
the
saying?
Baptist used to preach on. Something like that.
You know what I'm saying? I believe that that's what that was. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't this building. It wasn't this thing where we had
Jesus
to
was never in the building.
dress a certain kind of way and do certain things and, you know what I'm saying, follow this leader basically that says, okay, this is how this is supposed to be. I think that that's where, like he said, because I feel like we're all making valid points. I really do. And I think that it's all tying in together and it's making
Let's
sense
clear
to
up what
me.
tithes and offerings are.
No,
According
really.
to the Bible, it says tithes and offerings get confused with offerings, but both are very different from each other. According to the Bible, tithes are 10% of your income, and it can't count as an offering. The money belongs only to God, and you should give it only to Him regularly. Tithes are more of an act of recognition.
So where God's gonna send you?
You know, you're just recognizing that God has blessed you.
With this.
Blessed
But they
your
say
flock.
give it to God.
Yeah,
Give it to
you.
my pastor.
I mean,
But that's where it
I
goes
honestly
back
feel like
to.
that. I feel like the time.
So how would you give it to God? I just want to know.
But that's what I'm about to
That's what I'm about to say. Like, I also feel like we're all gods. Like, we was all made in His image, therefore that makes me God. I'm a God as well.
That's a fact.
Original man.
The other way I look at it, if I'm paying my tithe at 10%, I feel like that's what I should pay myself. give it back to God. That's my savings.
And you should.
That's what you put up as savings. I shouldn't have to give
Let me
the church 10% if I'm giving you an offering already.
I'm about to clear it
The
up.
offering is for you.
You gotta listen. I'm about to clear it up for you. All right. In the Old Testament, right, we give money in the New Day. In the Old Testament,
They had cattle.
right, they would know they would even sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name in the Bible, but he was about to kill his son.
Mm-hmm.
He was about to.
Was it Isaac?
Man,
Couldn't have no kids or whatever.
I don't want to say it was Abraham.
Yeah,
It was Abraham. Excuse me.
Because Abraham had like 10 kids.
Right, and I might be,
No, he did.
It might be.
His old lady couldn't get pregnant.
Yeah.
When she finally got pregnant,
So then God was like, no, we ain't gonna do that no more. You know what I mean? Then we went to what we doing today.
Okay, another question. Who wrote this Bible?
That's what I was about to say.
Don't get
The same way, I said we all. I know back when we all went to school, like kindergarten, y'all ever played the telephone game? Where Buck tell you something and it keep going on.
And then when you get all the way around, it's all different. Yeah.
The Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's been rewritten so many times. Like, how do I know? And then they say the part that's written in red is Jesus' words or God's words, but wasn't none of us here for that?
Right.
So how do we know like this is actually what we're supposed to be
But
reading?
it said what it said was.
Also say the Bible was stolen. Like the Bible
Yeah, of
that
course,
we
it's
have,
during history.
the Bible that we have is not
But
the
look,
Bible.
all this stuff that it's already the things that we're living by and the principles. It's already recorded in history that they killed Christ. So
they never found we born.
I'm just saying.
So how do we know they
because
killed him?
that's the resurrection. But look, in Roman times, it's recorded through history that they hung that man.
So I ain't seen nobody else.
Or they crucified him, excuse me.
Because Jesus was a man. He's not God, he was a man.
Even in the records of...
He bled just like us.
Right.
He died just like us.
Right.
he was just like us. He came
Well,
back.
I really, like, even with that, like, I wasn't there, so I can't say it's wrong, but I can't say it's right, because I wasn't there. I don't know if he died and 3 days later he really came back. I ain't never seen nobody in the world do that, ever. You feel what I'm saying? So who's to say any of these stories that they told us was true?
I don't think it's about the stories though.
And I don't
Of them
either.
having truth. I don't think
The
it's about
Apostle Paul really lived, brother. See, the Apostle Paul, he really lived. So a lot of these things are already recorded in history. He was really, he was a governor or senate in the Roman Republic. He really lived, and he transitioned. That's when the Romans went to Christianity.
Christianity.
Excuse me.
You're fine. I look at it like this, and this has just been my theory since before I even learned what I know now, that I learned that the Bible always stood for the basic instructions before
leaving
life. Yeah. So I'm just kind of like, okay, cool. I can respect that. I can take that.
But the Bible also is
I
cool
will-
with slavery, so.
Well, yeah. However, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that everything. Okay, cool. I'm not saying that everything
Well,
is
it was
Bible
different
that I had
then.
to take.
It was different. You lived in a different room.
It was
It was different, but it wasn't different from where we are
you
now.
30 years old
Because
married a
it's still-
12-year-old is nasty, regardless if it was back in AD or BC. All that, that's nasty. You know what I'm saying? But in the Bible, that's okay.
We also used to live hundreds of years.
So
You
they
know what I'm
say.
saying?
So they say.
We did. I just had a client that died at like 107.
No, I'm saying like our estimated lifespan in the Bible, due to the Bible, is supposed to be like 150 plus years, something like that. They're supposed to be like your average lifespan. Ain't nobody gonna need that long.
No one's living that long because
Then
Moses was 160 or something like that. When he,
all I know is this: we can talk about this shit all day because the way of life has altered so much shit, which is why when it comes to the Bible, I'm a person where I take the basic necessities that I need to apply to my life because there are a lot of metaphors and things like that that can help you as far as, okay, well, this is how you could be in this way, not should be. Hear me. This is how you could be, you know what I'm saying, in these situations because it is helpful, you know what I'm saying? It's just a guide, man. Like it's not, and that's why I'm more into, I'm a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. Like I don't believe in that shit. I'm not with none of that shit. You're not about to tell me that I got to do this because if I don't do this,
ahead.
then X and X is gonna happen.
God
Fuck
loves us so
that.
much, then
But that's why
why
when we
not
go
do
back to the tithes and offering, where we had to determine the difference between that. That's why in spirituality you have altars. Like I have an altar in my home because these are the things that, like you said, you're supposed to give to God. It's me offering you that. But guess what? When I come home every day from work, that shit's still sitting there. You feel what I'm saying? It's still fucking sitting there, but it's just me saying, hey, this is for you. Thank you for doing this. Whether it's fruit, whether bitch, I leave cigars on my
That's
fucking
what I'm talking
altar. You
about.
feel what I'm saying?
That's
because
what
I know
was
my
saying.
ancestors at some point, this shit, everything that we have did not just come up. We didn't just come up with that shit. You feel what I'm saying? This shit been here. So it's certain things that I leave from my ancestors for them to have to say, hey, this is me offering this to you. Thank you for giving me this, you know what I'm saying, and helping me see this and whatever. It's gonna die. You feel what I'm saying? But it's gonna go stale. You know what I mean? The money, well, that's just gonna always be there. Whatever. We might just have a new 20 this year. Who knows? But at the end of the day, like that's what I mean by, you know, offerings and things like that. Like I've never been a fan of church because I'm not about to just give us some fucking money. I work hard for it, bitch. I gotta pay my bills. So I see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit this shit on my fucking on my altar. And if I need to just tap back into that, which I'm not going to because that's against what I believe, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, at least I know where it went.
I think God will be okay with you borrowing money from him.
For sure, but at least I know where it went.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Whether it's just sitting there for weeks and years and months, however it goes.
You know where it goes.
All of this shit is not as technical and it's not as technical as we make it seem. And because we are men and we are free moral agents, because we do have our own minds, we're not programmed. Yeah, we're not programmed. We're not programmed to think how a motherfucker wants us to think. We do something. We do these things like you say. You go see a preacher or a reverend. We do things because we think that person has that power when they don't. We have that because, like you said, I was made in God's image. So my nigga, I am a goddess. Don't fuck with me. I can make my own decisions, and I'm the person that's gonna sit here and dictate where I'm going.
When you start thinking like, oh, I'm a god, I'm a goddess,
that's
like,
some
well,
real
you'll see
shit.
so much shit in your life open up.
And as man, we
people
fucked
get
that
away
up.
from you, everything.
We fucked that up. We took something that was so precious, that was just a guideline to say, hey, here you go. You know what I'm saying? However, we took it and we fucked it up because we do think the way we think. That's why we got all this shit that we don't. That's why we don't have a bartering fucking concept anymore. Motherfuckers don't know what it's like to barter. They don't even know what the fuck that shit means, bro.
That's not true. There's plenty of people who know how to barter.
They do, but a lot of motherfuckers don't respect that shit. A lot of people don't respect that. I may not have what you have, but my shit got value. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people don't respect that. But then in that age, that was a whole fucking thing. Like that's how they fucking lived. But now it's just, if you ain't got no money, you're fucked. But for me, that's where you learn about liability and assets. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's all that was. You didn't have no money, they had assets. You feel what I'm saying? When you learn those concepts, and I feel like that's what the Bible is basic fucking concepts. When you learn that, I think everybody would be on some other shit. But
so I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna speak on how important it was for, you know, in the Old Testament, for, you know, for the offering. So when Abraham was about to offer up Isaac, it says, Isaac spoke and said to his father, Abraham, father. Yes, my son, Abraham replied. The fire and wood are here, Isaac said. But where is the lamb for the burnt offerings? Abraham answered, God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offerings for my son. And the two then went on together. So his son was willing to give his life.
No, his son was like, yo, where the shit we supposed to be?
What is he doing? That was the importance of it. That's how. So you saying what I'm asking you, sir, is it was so important back then. He was like, look, I give my son up.
Nah, see, that's white people shit.
But no, it's not. But did you hear what he said? He said the lamb. Why did the lamb have to actually be a fucking lamb? A lamb is what?
Piece of meat.
Baby sheep.
Thank you. It's a baby sheep. That was his fucking lamb, nigga.
Trying to
His
tell you.
son.
I'm not about to give up my damn lamb.
I'm just saying that was his baby lamb. Am I lying? Like that's what that was. Like it's a metaphor. It's not a technical thing.
You feel my like no.
That's how serious it was.
Is he your son? Or
Yeah. He's God's son, 'cause I'm God.
Exactly. Oh, shit.
You like I did that?
So now one thing since we have been in here talking that struck a nerve in me, and this is another very hurtful blow to a lot of people that's gonna watch this shit and not understand it. But I'm gonna put y'all on the spot right now. It was brought up in this room about the origin of the Bible.
That came from us.
Came from our people. They just
Came from us.
All right,
turn the story around.
so let's go around the room and everyone give me your
Spiel.
on how you think this shit went, or because we don't know, because it was so many.
You can't go back
So
and
many
find
hundreds of
out.
years, but give me your feelings about it. Tell me what's
I'll go
up.
first.
No, I want you to. I want you to.
My
Because he want to be last. That's the only reason why.
Yeah. Fuck is the Omega? Not the Alpha.
The buck stops here.
Yeah, that's right. Omega.
look like that.
Omega. There
But
you
me,
go.
I feel like the Bible was stolen from our ancestors. Like when they came and stole us. But a lot of people don't know. A lot of us was already here in America. We been trading with the Indians. There's a whole highway in the ocean. You don't have to put up no sail or nothing, but it'll drift. The current will bring you straight here from Africa to here. So we was already here. When they went over there to Africa, cause they thought they had discovered a new land, so they saw all these big booty women walking around and these strong men. They're like, where the hell we at? You feel me? So then they start looking into things, looking into our history, our shrines, whatever, and they start stealing shit. All right, bet. This is what they read. They read this. It's their Bible. So we take this, we rewrite it. We put our image as God. Cause they never seen us before. They never seen a bunch of white men just walking around. We different. So we write ourselves as shit, as in the image of God, where we get the white man with the blonde hair and blue eyes. And shit.
Island of Caucasus. Gotcha.
Yeah. So we write ourselves into their book, into their history as this man. They gonna feel inferior to us. So now we could use this against us. Remember, the only thing that we could really read during slavery was what? The Bible.
The Bible, really?
Our pastor in during slavery.
We didn't have nothing.
The pastor was.
And then we really couldn't read because we didn't know how to read.
The pastor was your slave owner. So I'm going to church. That Sunday's best dress.
I'm going to my
That Sunday's best dress. That shit came from slavery. We had one good outfit to wear, and that's what they wore to church. To come see the same motherfucker that's whooping my ass.
Yeah, to tell me.
Because I ain't picking cotton to tell right.
Yeah,
Tie all that back in with
Back to how it came from the Bible. Like that's where it came from. It came from us. They just rewrote it in their image basically. In the way that shit, we got it down, we're inferior to them, or we feel that we're inferior to them. They're superior. That's where I feel the Bible came from. It was stolen. Like they stole everything else. What else have they not stolen? Everything. Like they stole everything.
Shut up.
For real. Like these niggas stole everything. They'll take your soul if they could. You feel me?
Oh, they did.
I died.
Fine.
But you still here though. What's your thought, 58?
I really don't care who wrote the Bible, because to me, it's just another book. You know
That's
what I'm
a
saying?
fact.
Like, you get out of it what you want to get out of it. I read the Bible and say, these are really good stories.
Because that's what they are.
That's
what
it.
they are.
I like the good stories. I can see the fable in it. Cool, just like the tortoise in the hare. I'm about tripping over that shit, but it's the same
Still
thing.
trying to figure out how that tortoise beat that hair.
I know exactly how to beat the hair.
No, the hair went fucking off.
Right.
And the tortoise stayed diligent.
Focused. He was focused.
Yeah,
He
was
stayed
diligent.
on the
now-
grind.
He was diligent.
But was that
Game
really a
over.
true story?
It don't
Or
have to
was
be a
it
true
just
story.
No.
the print that was just like, that's how that can go?
That's how life
In your life, have you seen, which one have you seen work more? The motherfucker who go fucking off, or the person who stick to what they doing win?
The hair.
But that's the point I'm making.
What do you see more in your life?
I understand exactly what you're saying. I get your point, but that's the point I'm making when it comes to the Bible. That's what the Bible is.
It's a story.
That's what the Bible is.
It's
It's
just-
for you to have your perception. It's
Right.
just what
That's
it
why
is.
I don't care who wrote it. Like,
That's what it is.
Just a nice piece of literature to me.
Nice book with a bunch of joint papers.
It must have thin ass papers.
Say joint papers. They make the white paper. They make joint paper with rice
That's a
paper.
him.
Rice paper.
I'm coming back
Like,
to
look,
where I was
hold on.
at.
That's why.
Yeah, your turn.
That's why the Bible. At
You
the back
had
of
your
the Bible.
turn. Shut your
At the
trap.
back of the Bible, that's like all those empty pages.
Yeah, that's what
So you
it
can
is.
smoke.
Oh, yeah. Y'all gonna get us.
But we was on the same page last time.
For real.
We always been here.
For real.
together. Like, it's not just one thing.
Yeah,
Like,
she
Not
won't
with black and white.
It's just one question.
my fucking thoughts on where the Bible came from is it came from us, and they took our shit and they manipulated it because I think that I wasn't there, so I don't fucking know, bro. Like, I wasn't fucking there.
Yeah, I'm dead.
I wasn't there. I don't know. But I think that it came from us. That is my belief. I do. I still also feel like that it was just some shit. I think that there was, this is my story in my brain, right? This is my story because I like to give people stories. I think it was a black person, right? It was a black person, right? And they had like all these just like thoughts and metaphors and shit like that, right? And then this one white person came around, and then a white person came around and was like, "Oh, I found your book, bitch. And I got your book and you can't get it back." So then they took that book and they made it a Bible. That's how I feel. They took their fucking wisdom and they made it what the fuck it was. Somebody just fucking.
I see some truth in that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that it was just a Bible. I think it was just a book with shit in there that they learned in life and where they were at, and a white man came or white bitch found it. Who knows? Probably the bitch. She probably took it to her fucking husband.
She probably tried to go get some man.
Fuck, she did. That's what she did. And she probably tried to get that shit to come out of him because he won't know what the fuck he was supposed to be doing. And he was like, "Fuck you, bitch, I'm gonna take this shit." And he took it. And then he took it. And then he was like, "I'm about to make this shit up." Made it up.
A white hurt man.
And that's the truth.
White hurt man.
And that's what happened. It was some fucking shit behind
white bitch when
that, where the Bible came from.
It's still too many people.
All I know is it was some shit behind where that Bible came from.
For sure.
That's what I know. Fuck you. I know what I'm talking about. I was there.
Bryan Google got this shit. Anybody
Alright, so,
he gonna give Google the picture.
No, you
I feel
can't
like
do
this.
that.
I feel like this. You know, the Bible stated a lot of things that came true. You know what I mean? It's only been a couple great empires, and the Bible spoke about all of them: Persia, Babylon. You know.
Figure out United States.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it said
It's gonna follow.
it said it was
All great empires.
Okay. It said this will be the last great one, right? Now, how I feel about it is, you know, like you said, you know, the Bible is great instruction for us to live. I believe in, and you know, we were kings and queens. We are kings and queens, and how they portrayed it, they just turned everything upside down on us.
So where it come from?
Excuse me.
Where it come from?
Where did it come from? I think it came from our people, and it was, you know, reworded, because Abraham was the first man, you know, and he said God told him that your people gonna, you know, you're gonna have a blessing all over. Your people, you're gonna have a blessing. No, Abraham, the people gonna have a blessing, you know, for all your generations. You know what I mean? And I believe we are, as black men and black women, kings and queens, I believe we are very blessed people. And I think that I think we need to understand where we stand at now on God's timeline.
You really think we blessed?
Of course I do.
Fuck yeah, we are. Are you not blessed?
What other race of people have been condemned and
Still prosper.
I don't think they make us blessed. I think we know how to adapt.
I'm just saying.
We know how to adapt.
Jewish people.
I mean, my basic principle is there's no other people in the world that has been mass enslaved. We don't know.
They weren't enslaved.
It was just I guess I know what I'm talking about. I gotta stop.
They were because they was in fucking prison. Hitler.
No, they would put that to be exterminated. They didn't do any work for them.
I hope I get
That's true. They did. No, they did. That's not 100% true. That's not 100% true.
Well, I mean, I can't say
they worked. They had to build the camps that they lived in.
Well, that's true.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like, so,
but back to
only other one, excuse me. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second.
Indian.
Native American.
Which was us, though.
We all
same difference. That's why
we not.
No, I mean, there was 12. There was different tribes. I already get where all this is coming from. But all I'm saying is we're blessed people, man. I ain't really trying to get into all the.
No, I just want to make it truth.
Yeah.
I want the truth to be clear.
Yeah.
Because
I don't feel like we're cursed, and I feel like we adapt
it all, brother.
Right. We're cursed like hell.
According to the agenda of the world, because we went against what we went against what God told us to do.
I wasn't there. That's
the
not
commandments. So what it is,
You looking for you talking about some shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, homeboy. You looking for fairness, you in the wrong life. That's all I can tell you like that, straight up. Ain't shit out here fair for nobody.
so I just feel like
Yeah, no.
But I feel like we get treated the worst out of all people. That's why I say like I don't feel like we're blessed as a people, cause like out of all the races, like us blacks, we go through hell, bro. Like we go through shit. I don't see no blessings with this.
He said in order for you to reign with me, you got to suffer with me. You know what I'm saying? So I really study the Bible in depth, you know, man, a lot. So I just feel like, you know, we are kings and queens, and like we got to all come together and unify, you know what I mean? Because God has definitely, or you know, the higher power, and because you know, He has definitely kept us going all. You know, you don't see nobody else getting shot down in the streets but us. You don't see nobody getting their neck kneeled on but us. So that's telling you something right there. It's about divine intervention. God got his hand in all of this, and they haven't been able to accomplish their agenda thus far. So, I mean, I just try to touch up on y'all, man, give y'all some inspiration, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and this is a very good segment for us. It like because it's a lot of things.
We get in prison all the time. It's something all the time in our life. No, I'm just saying the pitfalls of life. The pitfall, the obstacles that they set up for us, and we sometimes put obstacles in our own that we don't even have to.
There you go.
But like I just said, all I was just trying to hit it up that we are blessed people, man. You know, I wish we could get back to where we unified and we came together and did more things like this.
I was just about to say, you know what I mean? The reason I feel like we so throwed off as a people right now is, it's more neighborhoods and no communities. You know what I mean?
Like I like that. Neighborhoods and no communities.
Yeah, I grew up in the community.
When we had that phrase back when we all grew up, even me, I'm younger than y'all, well we're younger than y'all, but even when we came up, we had that phrase, it take a village, you feel me? Like, and we don't see that no more. Like, I know when y'all came up, y'all probably was able to get whooped by y'all neighbor or whoever comes out.
My neighbor, all the neighborhoods.
And then when you go home, you get another whooping.
Actual
like, they ain't like that at all. Like,
now people like, you better not talk to my child like that. Or don't,
that's my kid.
That's that bullshit.
But I feel like if I see a kid doing wrong or anybody doing wrong, I should be able to tell them like, look.
But on top of that, you won't even watching your own child. This is a child. This is a child outside doing whatever it wants to do. Okay? But you in there fucking watching TV, YouTube,
TikTok,
doing nasty shit, whatever the fuck, and you ain't paying attention to your own fucking child.
But you mad at somebody
You for telling them the right thing to do.
Right.
So let me ask y'all a question.
Motherfucker.
Why are we the most exploited people on the planet?
Well, first of all,
people only do what you allow them to do. Us as the black community, we allow people to treat us the way we're treated, bro. We allow it.
Yeah.
We gonna be mad. We gonna ride for 3 days, maybe a week. You feel me?
Like I said,
and then it's over with. We back to the regular schedule program.
Like I said, from my age down, the shit took a dramatic turn, and we ain't even talking about church. Take that out of it. From my age, I'm 39, down. It turned into the internet raising your children. Mm-hmm. The internet is raising. So if you got a child that's acting what you think is acting out or acting like not childish, you're letting the internet babysit your child. So whatever that child comes in contact with is your fucking fault.
Accountability, don't nobody want
That's what I'm saying. So because you are letting them be grown way before they're ready to be grown. Mm-hmm. Before their hormones even jump in their body, they're
absorbing that
shit that a child should not even be around.
TV program, like
they don't even understand what they're looking at. They just looking at it like, well, look at their friend. This is what we gonna do next.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Real songs and everything, like
all that.
If you listening, like everything that like, all right, bro, I remember 102 Jams, there was no cussing at all on the radio.
Now?
At all. I turn on the radio.
I hear
TV too.
I hear
everything.
I
She
hear
called me
everything.
Big Her, like
all
these sexual songs. Like
I hear everything but the MF. Bomb drop.
yeah.
Depending on what time.
Depending on what time it is too.
Sometimes we'll slide it.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
But guess what? The kids are up because the parents are busy.
Bro, these kids.
The parents are doing something else.
The parents don't even put these kids to bed.
That's what I'm
The kids put themselves to bed when they want to.
The TV and the radio and the internet puts these kids to bed. That's my whole point. Literally.
So that's really where we need to start.
That's everybody else's kids. My baby goes to bed to Cocoa Melon.
The baby like 2 years, 1 year, two. She don't count.
First of all, she does fucking count. My baby is smart and ahead of the fucking curve. She does understand. She does understand.
What does that have to do with what we talking about?
If my child can walk in the mall and go in there and hear a fucking song and go, hey, she fucking understands, bro. You're not gonna tell me.
You don't do none of that, Nicole?
Me?
Hey, you don't do none of that?
No, not necessarily, because I'm like, what the fuck am I hyping for? No, I don't. That's just what she see it. She can see it at the end of the day. And even if I did do it in the car, guess fucking what, nigga? She understands it and she's watching it. So it don't matter if she's watching YouTube or if she's watching me, my nigga. She understands. She's not dumb. I do have to be mindful, but that's what he's saying. But at the end of the day, what you said is she doesn't count. She does fucking count because she does understand. I can tell my 1-year-old child to go put something in the fucking trash and she gonna go put it in the fucking trash.
How we get
She understands. You just said that she doesn't count. I said
because you was talking about kids that are running around outside by themselves,
she's
not being real.
but even still in my house, like
you're not in this conversation because you have control of your child, right? Right.
All right.
Are you the parent that doesn't have control of her child?
No, I'm not
So you're not who
saying
we're
that.
talking about.
Even when you do have control, though, even when you do.
How does that go from somebody not being able to tell her what to do?
I'm gonna sit here and let you have it because I don't like debating with you, 58.
What are you talking about? Like you came fresh out of the bathroom.
Hey, that should be a tag.
I don't like
You should make it a tag. I don't like debating with you.
I don't because
Hey, that's how the show should come on all the time. I don't like debating with you.
and I'm always so numbered out too, so it's like, you know what, fuck it.
Let's kind of
I'm on your side. I got you.
Fuck
But
it,
look,
bro.
man, how this thing always worked, man. Divide and conquer was how they always done it. You know what I mean?
That's
and
right.
I believe that now we have to see what they're doing and be able to come back together.
Oh, they got
you know
no shit.
what I'm saying?
They chilling.
And
They watching the show. Literally. Like they done instilled everything they need to do. So they just sit back watching us do it now. Ain't no clan no more. They put on police badges and shit.
Right.
They chilling. Like
they put the drugs.
we doing it ourselves. They put the drugs in the
They doing
community.
all that, right.
We got these rappers. NBA young boy got all the little boys want to kill themselves or go kill somebody else.
But
You
see,
know what I'm saying?
it comes back to divide and conquer. And
But we divide ourselves now.
Man, it come back to accountability.
That's what they implement on us.
We
That's
divide
what I'm
but
saying.
we divide ourselves now. Like they don't even have to. They don't have to do shit no more.
Right.
We do it ourselves. Like
And
nigga,
as
you
long
from
as
the
we
east side, I'm from the north. I'm
As
from
long as that we're divided
You know what I'm
like
saying?
that,
Like-
they're gonna be able to fuck over us.
Right, and that's why like when we was talking outside, like that's why I feel shit ain't gonna ever get back to.
Cause I don't hate none of my
on
brothers.
top.
I love all my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
There's no one, not one. I can see what you eating, or if you drive, whatever. It is not going to help me, or it's not going to hurt me anything. But my job as being a true believer is to love each and every one of you. Mm-hmm. And if we lift each other up and start small. I love you, you love me. I love you, you love me. It'll reciprocate. Mm-hmm. You know.
I'm of the belief that make sure whatever you got going on, when I say your house, I mean your immediate, whatever that is. If that's straight, don't worry about shit else.
Right.
Just as long as everybody else got everything, got their own individual stuff tight, ain't no way you can falter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's when you start worrying about what the next man doing before you straight. That's when we fall off.
Right, right. So if they ain't planning, if they can't use that divide and conquer, man, we come back together, man. There ain't no telling what we can do because everything is already out there about what they're doing and how they're going about doing it. It's a systematic approach to breaking. Man, my grandma used to say they cut our nets off when you're strong, you know, you the bull, you know what I mean? Things like that. That was very inhumane, was very sadistic.
They not human.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So if this history is telling each and every one of us this is what they were doing to us, what do you think they're doing now?
Same shit. They still take my footballs. They just not doing it physically.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like, they still doing the same shit.
On paper.
On paper. On TV.
Doing it on paper.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I got another question though. This might not go with that, but
money ain't got all money is something printed on. It's all money is something printed on paper.
Yeah,
it got no real value.
This is a piece of cloth. What y'all think about the civil rights? Y'all think that hurt us or helped us?
I mean, I think that it was for the advancement of black people at that point in time, because I remember my grandma paying her dues, showing her charter card for the NAACP. That's when we were all together. You know, churches was together. Everything was. You know, you can't go to the beat of your own drum. I mean, everybody has a.
When there's no order, there's chaos.
There it is.
Exactly. And in a nutshell, as far as I'm concerned, everything since the beginning has been a pacifier. There has been no result. There has been no resolution. There has been no revolution. Everything is a fucking pacifier.
Just shut us up real quick.
Nah, no, not even that though. To his point, man. Well, okay, so let's say somebody does have a wonderful message and also has a say 10-point plan on how to get it done. Mm-hmm. The first thing we as a people are going to do is, well, who is he to tell us, or who is she to tell us how to do this? Mm-hmm. That's the first thing they're going to do. They not damn what he talking about. Mm-hmm. Who is he? How can we discredit him first?
That's it.
Why is his way better than my way?
That's it.
Or her way.
Who is that nigga on that nigga?
First thing, who the hell is that?
I think civil rights hurt us more than anything.
No, civil rights or integration. Be clear.
All of it.
Be clear.
I feel like the whole civil
rights don't hurt me. Hell no, I like rights.
Integration, you're right.
Yeah, I like
integration.
Hold up.
Well, I really moved the whole civil rights movement. Like, I really feel like that hurt us more than helping us. So we lost our generational wealth. As black people, we always worry about right now. Even then, they was worried about right now. I want to be accepted right now. They ain't give a fuck about nothing else. I want to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? If we would have kept everything that we had our own banks, had our own schools. We don't even own HBCUs no more. As a black community, we don't own a fucking HBCU. It's just named historically Black College University. But it's owned by some fucking cracks. You know what I'm saying? Sports. You're not about to go to no basketball game, watch 10 white crackers, white niggas run up and down the football field.
Alright, I'm gonna touch on what you're saying right now, man. How many of y'all in here have read the Constitution? Raise your hand. I have. I read the whole thing. Right. So what happens is, if you read the Constitution, you already understand it shut them down from the start. They didn't mean for you to be able to have this liberty and.
But that's what I'm saying. We wanted to be accepted. We wanted to be accepted so fucking bad that we was cool with it. You know what? All right, y'all gonna let us come in the restaurant though, right? I come sit beside you though, master, right? All right, well shit, we good with that. Whatever y'all put on this Constitution, we'll go with it. You know what I'm saying? We lost everything. We lost generational wealth. Like back to what I was saying. You're not about to go watch. I don't give a fuck if it's 10 Tom Brady's. You're not about to go watch 10 Tom Brady's play sports.
You talking about integration. That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you.
That's why I said integration.
Rights themselves or integration?
Integration, even with the rights, we really don't have no fucking rights. That's still, like Buck said, it was still pacified. We still ain't got no rights. You barely got the right to their own.
The 3/4 of a man. I'm just trying to clear it up, you know. I mean, that told you right then and there. You know what I mean? How you gonna take? It takes two of us.
That's one. Right.
Stuff like that, man. Y'all really people.
But that's what I'm saying. Like for that whole civil rights movement, they just wanted to be accepted. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and they wasn't thinking about the long run.
Drafted in what? 17 what?
76.
That was made for the white man. We will never be shit to them, honestly. No matter what the fuck we do, no matter how many, they'll never be shit to us. They won't, but at the end of the day, they really control us. They run what the fuck we do.
I don't feel that way. I think that this.
Because they say there's no guns in the world right now.
Now hold on. Let me touch on this right now.
And here they say that's
shit.
A lot
We're the
of
majority now.
a lot of
I hear
people don't know that.
playing all day and you sitting there talking, but you ain't really saying that because you ain't, man, you don't know we the majority. How hard is that
To see, you see that.
comprehend?
But
What we gonna do? That's the next step. Are we gonna come together and unify?
a lot of people can't watch a 30-minute episode of a TV show. So how the fuck can you pay attention?
Damn right.
That way.
Let's still go to your account.
Go ahead, Buck.
That way.
But that's where it starts. No, we're gonna start with
No, exactly. People attention spans ain't long as nothing. These motherfuckers,
Because everything's on fast.
you know, if it's not drama, sex, or they're issue-based shit, they can't fucking pay attention.
You're saying
They don't want to pay.
They're caught up in the world.
That stuff you just said, they'll watch all day. So they
Like
can't.
I said in the Bible, don't become part of the world. Don't
That's
become
it.
world.
I'm giving y'all some good stuff, man, to be listening.
What you got, man?
I guess I'm questioning if it's a situation where, because I do agree with what you were basically trying to get him to say, is that integration is what fucked us up.
Yeah, if anything.
It did, because I'm a person where in life right now, like beyond racism and shit, just personal life problems, like I can't stand a motherfucker who like play the victim.
Yeah.
I like shit like that. Why the
know,
fuck?
that's the world we live in
Play the guy, no fuck. It is. It's been the world. You choose, like he said, it's accountability. So at this point, I feel like that what was going on is motherfuckers wanted to play the victim because they felt like we said earlier, is, you know what I'm saying, is anything you can do, I can do it better, blah, blah, blah. Like, why did we feel like us as a people that, oh, well, we were being treated differently? It was being treated differently such a bad thing. Now, let's not go into the whole beating and the slave. When I'm not talking
You
about
talking
that.
about once we was after slavery.
You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, it's like playing the victim. That shit gets you no fucking where, and that's what we've been doing for years.
That's what
years on top of years.
Well,
on top
that's
of
the
years.
part of the reading. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that shit has to change. That's the point I'm making. It's gotta change.
Willie Lynch and damn, what's the other dude name? It's basically just the way that supposedly.
But now, let me touch on this, man. We didn't have the information. I couldn't blame my grandma and them because they didn't even graduate high school.
No, fuck that. They had the fucking information.
That's an excuse.
Let me finish. My grandma, I'm not really a racist because I say my grandma feed white people, you know.
I'm not racist. You can't be racist. You don't have the power to be
So
racist.
what happens is, now we here, we have to really look at the information that is available to us that wasn't available to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you said, it's your job to be accountable, to know we're the majority. We are the people who, you know, and this is how we can use this, that, and the third to be able to work it out for the greater good of our people, because they're not going to do it.
And no shouldn't. Why?
No, they shouldn't.
If I'm kicking your ass.
Yeah, right. They got your foot all the way up there. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, you know, but it's up to us to, you know, because the information is out there. Like, the man who was in the Child, the lawyer, the black guy, he said, man, y'all, only reason they got him was with George Floyd was because of the cameras. You know what I mean? So
Not even that. No, because old buddy got choked out on camera. That was because they knew the uproar.
He didn't say nothing about that. He said George Show. He said George Floyd shit.
All I'm saying is
That's what he talking about.
No, I feel he's saying that the lawyer said that
For that case,
for that case,
Yeah,
because
the reason they had-
you know how many times we seen niggas die on camera?
And that's about to change.
By the police?
Little do you know.
And how many of them got off? Like
What it was
they locked Chauvin up because they already knew if they didn't lock that man up, it was really gonna be a uproar.
Same thing.
For real.
Same
They
thing.
don't give a damn about justice.
But take that camera away.
Take that camera away. That's all I'm saying. So you ain't catching it yet.
Yeah,
I was just flying over your head.
No.
No, y'all not catching it. But it's a camera on every man that got killed.
Listen.
We done seen almost everybody that died with that camera.
And women too.
And they still get the fuck off.
And women too.
This nigga, he didn't get locked up because there was a camera there.
This is what I told the day the result came out, I told you, I said, listen, the only reason why that police officer is going to prison is because the people that are in control, the mayor, the Chamber of Commerce, all that other shit in that city, don't want they shit tore up.
I'm telling you.
That's why he went to prison.
He ain't went to prison because they felt like he was bad.
They sent him to prison. So these people don't tear the city up.
I get that part.
Now everybody else, these stupid motherfuckers, don't give a fuck because they got so much revenue running through that motherfucker. Okay, y'all tear it up, we'll fix it back up, we'll squeeze it under the rug.
My point was, without that camera.
No, everybody been.
We done watched that on camera.
Yeah,
everybody.
Y'all, I can't. I'm gonna let that go.
No, everybody.
What I'm trying to, with the point I'm trying to make. No, I understand.
You saying without that camera there, everyone that got locked up?
That's all I'm saying.
No, them people.
Bro, they're getting cameras at places and motherfuckers ain't get locked up.
Take the camera away from. Say there was no camera there. Do you think that man would have got what he did? Do you think he would have?
If they was in New York, he would have got convicted.
He didn't ask you about if he was in New York.
No, he wouldn't have got convicted.
Stop dancing around. Stop dancing around. Answer his question. That's all he was saying.
How else would we have known if there wasn't no camera there?
You listen
But
just
just
to react.
because there was a camera, that's why he got
That's not why he got
convicted.
convicted.
That's not why he got convicted.
He got convicted because they didn't want their shit to go. Now what that man said was, he got locked up and it went the way it did. The camera held him accountable. We see this, cool. Now how y'all gonna deal with it? Then that leads to the don't tie. We seen how y'all did when it first came out. Don't tie shit up.
Okay, back to
right.
what's the man that got killed? That got choked out
In New York.
Eric. What
New York, the big dude.
Yeah, the big dude.
Oh, not Eric. It was.
It was Eric.
Eric.
He was on camera too, right?
Yeah.
They put that same camera into the court situation.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you.
But bro got off, right?
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm gonna tell you why. What I just said.
New York got money.
The revenue.
Yeah, they got money.
The revenue.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about the whole camera situation. Like camera.
Actually, and that's another thing that goes hand in hand with the gentrification.
Mm-hmm.
Look, if the people go down here and riot, tear up every goddamn thing. What does that do? What does that do? Lower the property value.
Mm-hmm.
Then what they gonna do? Buy it up. Mm-hmm. What they gonna do? Fix it up and kick everybody the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Win.
For them. Every time.
That's what I'm saying.
Every time.
Motherfuckers gotta get on point.
That's why everybody was happy.
Motherfuckers gotta get the fuck on point, bro. Like, that's why they letting this shit happen like that.
There wasn't no win for us.
Fuck no.
Hold on. First of all, ain't no wins and losses. People dead. Ain't no coming back from that. So that whole win shit, I ain't never understood that part when we start talking about people dying. How the fuck do you win when somebody dead?
Well, I'm saying in the justice way. Justice wise, it's still not a win, bro.
Ain't none of this shit no win.
It's not. That family
there ain't nothing you can do for them families, not just here. For any one of them families, you can't put a price on life.
You can't.
So ain't no W's. It's only L's on somebody.
Well, okay. Well, excuse me. Maybe win was the wrong term.
Yeah,
excuse me. All right. It was no further progression.
Yeah, there we go. Give me some. There was no progress. We made no progress because Tobin got locked up. Motherfuckers was happy for 3 weeks. Niggas posted him like
literally, like I said, these motherfuckers is using this shit in a totally different manner that people would not understand.
Ridiculous.
They sitting there going kill a motherfucker, let these people tear the goddamn city up, lower the property value, buy it all up, then build it back up, then kick everybody the fuck out.
Remember that was coming through with busloads full of people to come fuck up streets and neighborhoods.
The fuck?
Yeah, that's
you feel me? So no.
So like back to what you were saying when they were saying they was cutting off our balls, they still doing the same shit.
Castrated us just on paper.
They just doing it completely different.
Just on paper.
We still getting castrated.
Good over there.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, this shit fucked up.
3/4 of man was castration.
Yeah, 3/5 of man is castration. The whole Constitution is made for a white man by the white man to protect the white man. There's nothing in that Constitution Constitution to help us. First, this shit was made in 1712. We need to do this whole shit over.
76.
Yeah, we need to do all that shit over.
Right.
Like, all that shit need to be done over.
Somebody go watch this and be like, yeah, they gonna say some shit.
Yeah, 17, he right. But all that shit need to be done completely over. Like, that shit is not for
Oh,
us.
that ain't happening.
That's not. Because the Constitution.
That ain't happening.
You feel me? Like,
That ain't happening. Oh.
It's fine.
Yeah, this I like this shit.
Yeah, this was a very awesome episode.
I know we ain't gonna be able to do this every weekend because you know all y'all got families and stuff to do. You know what I mean? Shut up. We can tell. Everybody can tell. Don't worry. Everybody can tell that you a rapper.
A rapper?
Yeah.
let nigga try to like him just a local rap.
Trap. Trap. Come here. Look, man, I do think conversations like this need to be had more, man. We not the first or last people to do this, but I mean, it means something to me.
We the best, though.
We can get people together.
We the best, though.
We the best.
We the best, though.
Who?
You can get people together.
We.
Go ahead. Go right here.
We, nigga.
We, nigga.
I'm so tired of that.
Hey,
So tired of that.
Before we go, you know I always ask people what they listen to. I'm gonna start this time though, man. That damn Moray, I listen to that street sermon shit every day since it's been out, man. Yeah,
I ain't heard it yet.
That's just my
Yeah. Bitch, what I was talking about last time with the song with the quicksand, John? Him.
Oh yeah, the dude from Fayetteville.
I've been on that. I got it for Moneybag Yo.
I've been on that yo.
Yeah, that Yo, he blanked on that, bro.
I'm gonna say,
Like, you ever listen to an album, you like, almost every song you can relate, like, every song.
That's how it was.
What is it? What is this called? Pain was a person.
Pain was a person, bro. I could relate to every
that shit go hard.
That shit go hard.
I think that goes both ways for men and
Stacking
women.
money up.
Because like I've come across so many
They say, fuck
females
you a
that
dog. I
listen to
said,
that right now.
Moneybag.
Yeah. So
Moneybag
at least my friends are, and I just shows them my shit.
There's another guy I need y'all to listen to, bro.
But
This
yeah.
might be one of the dopest albums I heard.
Oh, Dooley X.
Nah, I ain't there talking about him. This dude named Michael Kiwianka, something like I'm gonna send it to y'all.
What you talking about?
But he ain't a rapper. Like I listen to all types of
Oh, he's singing. What
he's singing, but it's like more like soulful. Like it's soulful.
Compared to who?
I can't. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, this shit some classical shit. Like, bro, this album is a classic.
You ever heard Aloe Black? Like, does he sound like Aloe Black or anything like that?
I ain't never heard Aloe Black.
Okay. You ever heard this
Aloe Black.
I'm the man.
Tell everybody.
Yeah, that one.
Tell everybody.
Oh, he's on
That sound like a nigga that sing Negro spiritual.
I'm the man.
Boy, you know what? I'm dead.
Dooley is so 1990.
I went through it though, because I'm a 1997 myself. Shit. I'm on the 1990.
So y'all listen to Moneybag. Be what you listen to.
Like I said, I listen to that Moneybag, man. He did a good job on that album. Pain was a person. We all can relate. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
That Moray hit though. That shit did.
I'm listening to Giveon.
I like a little. Well, I'm listening to Yo, but I also listen to the Money Man, and I like Pooh.
Pooh Shite.
I like Pooh.
I like Pooh.
Really
But I don't, bro, because Pooh got all these niggas out here retarded as hell.
That whole
Accountability, my bad. My bad. It's not on Pooh.
We're not gonna act like
accountability.
It's not talking like
He's not. But Pooh on a whole different level.
To me, my personal opinion, he is Gucci Mane reincarnated.
I like how
I swear.
he don't really rap you and talk.
He be talking like
Gucci.
but you know all those Tennessee rappers
doesn't exist anymore.
like most of them Memphis rappers, they really just talk. Like they're
Well, you know what I'm
It's
saying.
just goo-wop.
But that's
So he
his
had-
artist.
he had
Like,
to
that's
be
what I'm
Gucci.
saying.
He had
And
to be.
then, like,
So true.
before Gucci had to go to prison, like,
before they kill
all the like artists that he had on his thing, he had a lineup, bro.
Bro, half these rappers is out here.
It was his artist before he went to
Gucci
prison.
putting half these niggas on.
Pee Wee.
But who put Gucci on though?
OJ Juice Man.
No.
OJ Juice Man.
First thing, no.
Damn.
The first person I heard with
Damn, put Gucci on.
No, he was.
No, OJ Juice Man. OJ the Juice Man. Put Gucci on.
No.
OJ the Juice Man was the plug. OJ the Juice Man owns Brick Squad. That's why it went from Brick Squad to Brick Squad, Monopoly, Brick Squad, Chicken Gang, all this other crap. OJ Juice Man put them on, bro.
His first album was under Big Cat.
The Big
Cat.
Yeah.
Big Cat
Big Cat Records.
Ew.
I think.
But
So why was OJ on Gucci's label?
Oh, that's OJ label. That's not Gucci label. Everybody thought that was Gucci label because Gucci was the face.
No, OJ came out with
it's OJ label.
No, what was it? 32 Entertainment.
32 NT.
That was OJ shit.
Bro, like, how can I say this?
I don't know.
Like, you know, like Umbrella. You ever heard of Umbrella?
He said, I don't know.
I have one.
You know, like the
Yeah, but you can't be on the top and the bottom. How the fuck does that work?
OJ started Brick Squad, bro. Google it. Google it.
Fucking hate Buck. I fucking hate Buck, bro. I hate this nigga so much. This nigga makes so much sense.
You on the top
If you ever wanted to make sense, talk to Buck.
That's a nasty menage. How you on the top and the bottom, my nigga? You jugging on both ends, cuz? You jugging on both ends, cuz? I don't think so. Nigga, you know how many phones is in this goddamn room?
Google.
It's 2 laptops beside the
Bro, been on Google all day.
nigga. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Man, this nigga right here that just done that shit. I can't believe that shit. So you trying to tell me?
Camera right there, though, cuz.
He ends up working for the nigga that he started the shit. That
OJ was never working for Gucci. OJ never worked for Gucci, man.
He was an artist on the label that was a sublet of.
Bro, OJ was never on Gucci label. That wasn't Gucci.
32 Entertainment.
Put your money where your mouth is, man.
Hold on,
Put your money where your mouth is.
32 was a subsidy of.
Bet $1. I'm gonna show you how to do this. Bet $1. Let me show you how to do this. Bet $1. No, don't fry it. Bet $1.
Man, I got your
Bet $1. It's a bet.
I got your beer, bro.
Teach how to do it. He don't even want to take the bet because he already know. I take the bet though.
Who you know I really
You know, I ain't mad.
Are you looking at it or you gonna look up?
I think she looking up precisely now.
no, I did pull it up.
She ain't don't focus. She's looking at porn. Look.
Oh yeah, Gucci fan that, bro.
Basically,
1017 Records, also known as 1017 Records, also known as 1017 Global Music LLC, and formerly 1017 Brick Squad, Soul Ice Entertainment, and 1017 Eskimo is an American record label founded by Gucci Mane.
I said, so I said.
Brr. Look, man, one thing I am proud of.
Now go get us a 12.
One thing I am proud of.
Okay, can everybody stop yelling?
Yeah, including yourself.
Yeah,
Look at
that's why I said softly.
There you go.
You didn't say it softly. You was louder than everybody. And everybody out yelling. She was just thinking. She was just yelling so I.
Softly.
Hey, look, hold on, man, before you go. Hey,
This thing about it.
look, this is one of the better episodes, man. I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
You know, I fell back, but opened the show, and we got to talk her shit, you know what I mean? Bryan and Dooley came through, you know what I mean? Y'all shout out y'all Instagram for the folks before we get up out of here. Tell them how to follow you.
Hey, follow me at Dooley at 6. Make sure you go download all my music too on all streaming platforms, you feel me?
Is it free? No.
Everything free, you know what I mean?
58 South at 58 South.
Amber the Hustler at Eccentric Melody.
Man, catch me in the streets, man.
Damn right, man. Damn right. I think outside.
Instagram Trillness_exists.
Hey, just like that, man, we out of here. Appreciate y'all.
All right.
Next time.
All right.